You think you're bad with money. Like, no matter how hard you try, your account balance just doesn't reflect it. Money comes in and somehow it disappears. You tell yourself, I need more discipline. I need to stop spending. I need to do better. But let me ask you something. What if you're not the problem? What if the real issue is you are never actually taught how money works? Not properly, not practically. So everything you've been doing is based on trial and error. And once you see this clearly, you'll realize something most people never figure out. You've been judging yourself for failing a system you were never trained to understand. The education gap. Think about your entire life. Middle school, high school, maybe university. You learned equations, chemical reactions, historical dates, but nobody sat you down and explained how to manage your income, how to avoid financial traps, how to actually build wealth over time. You were trained to pass exams, not to handle money. So the moment you stepped into real life, you were expected to just know what to do. That moment when you got your first salary, remember that feeling? Excitement, freedom. Finally, you have money. And then, within days or weeks, it's gone. No clear explanation, just vibes. Learning from the wrong sources. When no one teaches you directly, you learn by watching. You observe your parents, you copy your friends, you absorb your environment. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people around you are also figuring it out as they go. So without realizing it, you inherit emotional spending habits, fear of investing, survival-based money thinking. And it feels normal because everyone around you is doing the same thing. But the real problem isn't just what you learned, it's what you now believe is true. The belief system. You've probably heard things like, money is hard to make, rich people are selfish, just work hard and everything will be fine. These ideas don't sound dangerous, but they quietly shape your reality. Because your beliefs control your decisions, and your decisions create your financial life. So even when opportunities show up, you hesitate, you doubt, you pull back. Not because you're incapable, but because your mindset was programmed that way. Now here's where things get really interesting. The just earn more myth. Most people think the solution is simple. I just need to earn more money. But that's only half the truth, because money doesn't fix habits, it reveals them. Give someone who mismanages $100,000, $1 million, and you won't see transformation. You'll see a more expensive version of the same behavior. Better phones, more outings, higher lifestyle, same financial stress. You've probably seen this happen. Someone gets a raise, and suddenly they're still broke, just at a higher level. The skills you were never taught. Here's what's actually missing. Not motivation, not discipline, skills, real practical money skills, like how to track where your money goes, how to separate needs from impulses, how to delay gratification without feeling deprived, how to grow money instead of just earning it. Without these, money feels unpredictable, like you're constantly reacting instead of controlling. And this is where frustration turns into self-doubt. The cycle of self-blame. Because when things don't improve, you turn inward. You start thinking, maybe I'm just not good with money. Maybe I lack discipline. Maybe this is just how my life will be. But think about it. Would you expect someone to drive perfectly without ever being taught how to? No lessons, no guidance, just figure it out. That's exactly what you've been doing with money. But the moment you realize this, everything starts to change. Awareness is the turning point. Awareness is powerful because it shifts you from self-blame to self-development. Now, instead of saying, I'm bad with money, you start asking,
What don't I know yet? What system can I learn? What habits do I need to build? And those questions are what move you forward. Building a new money identity. You don't wake up one day and become good with money. You become someone who pays attention, makes intentional decisions, learns from mistakes. It's identity-based, and once that identity shifts, your behavior follows naturally. Then you realize you were never broken, you were never bad with money, you were just never taught. And now that you see it clearly, you have an advantage most people ignore. You can choose to learn, because staying stuck isn't about lack of effort, it's about lack of understanding. And now you have that understanding. If this changed how you see money, hit like and subscribe, because most people will keep blaming themselves instead of fixing what's actually missing. But now you know better.